Hey everybody, and welcome back. In this video we're going to look at the initial stages of sculpting. Before I get started, a huge thank you to everyone for subscribing and hitting that notification icon. That really helps me out. And of course an even bigger thank you to my members and patrons. Your names will be running across the bottom of the screen at the end of the video. So let's jump right into this then. So we're starting in a new project, and we want to create something for ourselves. And one of the more recent additions to Blender that has some truly awesome potential is the sculpting mode. And in order to get into sculpting mode, you can simply come to File, you can go to New, and you can go to Sculpting. Hit Don't Save, and then we'll come into sculpting mode. And some of you may be very familiar with this kind of interface, and that is because it is very similar without being identical to ZBrush, and the functionality is exactly the same as well. And what we can do is we've got our simple tool selected, and we're already in our funky sculpting mode, and what we can do is we can drag onto our sphere. But what I'm actually going to do is hit Ctrl-Z twice, and I'm actually going to turn on symmetry along the x-axis, which you can do by using this little toolbar up the top here. You'll notice that there is a symmetry icon there, and you can actually mirror on X or Y or Z or all three, so that you only have to sculpt in one place. So as you can see at the front of the object there, where I draw one line, it's mirrored across the x-axis, and if we hold down the middle mouse button, we can rotate our object so that we can see around it, which is absolutely awesome. If you want to adjust the strength or the size of your brush, you can simply right click and then it'll come up with a radius. So we're going to add a little bit to our radius. We're just going to click on that there. We can also right click and add some auto smoothing. We have to actually click and drag on that. There we go. Just remember you're dragging. So we can adjust the strength of our brush, we can adjust the radius, and we can turn on auto smoothing. I've got a bit mad with my radius, so I'm just going to bring that back down. And then as you can see, you can make some really quite major changes to our object there. We can create a butt. There we go. Little peach. You can make it anything we want. Any shape that you want to imagine, you can make this really funky, like there's already some kind of features. And generally in this kind of mode, what you want to do is you can just have as much of a play as you want and just keep going until something works for you. If you're making a face, obviously you've got to use a reference material so that you can have some kind of idea of what you're working with, and something to work from. And you can just keep on making this shape, bending it out, pulling bits and pieces out like so. And let's say you've gone a bit mad and you're not really happy with something, you can always go into the subtract mode simply by coming up to this top bar at the top here, and where it says direction, at the moment it says plus. If you change that to minus, you can now start boring holes into your sculpture. You can start making little ear shapes or just removing them from the scene whatsoever, just like this. And you can have a lot of fun playing with this, and I really would encourage you to do so. Just get stuck in there, see what shapes you can make adjustments where you feel necessary, and just create something completely mad that's entirely your own, and get stuck in there. Anyway folks, that's really all there is in this video. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We will go into the more advanced features in the following videos. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, guys. Until then, you take real good care of yourselves. Bye bye.